Hey guys, this is Social Fire, and I'm here with Stage 1 of the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. So I'm going to be doing commentary on my run here. I just completed it, so this was my second try. I was able to beat it the second time. The first time I got pretty close and then died during the last phase here. So I won't be talking constantly the whole time. Again, mainly providing commentary here. But we have the first fight against Yamcha, the easiest one obviously, very easy to start off here. But I really am kind of liking this new event overall. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of like a tougher version of a boss rush or something like that. Or maybe a super battle road, something like that. But yeah, like I said, my first run went pretty well with this team. I just used my Realm of Gods team. There's better units that you could bring along. Just wanted to test out and see how my team could do here. So obviously I brought along Tuppo for support. I have him rainbowed. I'm not expecting much damage from him during this event. I brought Ultra Instinct Goku, and I brought a 100% friend lead. So mine has one dupe. And then I also have Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, who I have one dupe on as well. My Gogeta Blue has two dupes, which if you guys remember from my summons, I was really excited to pick those up. So he is a lot better now. Jiren has one dupe. And I believe that's everybody, so it's not fully rainbow team or anything, and it did pretty well, but a lot of it was getting lucky with evasions at certain times and such. So like I said, the first fight's pretty easy here. And I believe the whole run took me about 24 minutes with this. Like I said, it can definitely be done quicker. I don't have all the strongest units though, so like I said, this was kind of what I was able to put together for this event. So we have Krillin here up next. So the first two are pretty much up against our Yamcha and then our Krillin. And the types change throughout stage 1 with the different bosses, so I really wasn't trying to focus on type specific anything. Krillin was fairly easy as well though, as you can see. So I brought Tech Vegeta Blue as well. Him and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, those additional attacks really did help out. They were definitely nice there. Also with Tech Vegeta Blue, those super attacks will raise attack and defense, which I feel helped out a bit as well. And then he also gets attack plus 15% with each attack performed up to 150, so that was definitely helpful since this is a longer event here. So Tien here, again, not too difficult at this point. And you can only bring a limited amount of items. You can bring like 2 items. So I was really trying to conserve those as well. My first run through, I used them up a little too quickly, and I feel like that hurt me at the end. So I was really trying to hold on to items. Like I said, the first few bosses, I didn't have to worry about it. Like I said, I brought along Tuppo for support. Definitely didn't expect too much damage, and I tried to keep him out of the way from super attacks and such. So I relied on Ultra Instinct Goku in areas where I felt like there were going to be more attacks or more of a chance for super attacks because he can evade and tank pretty decently. So we had a super attack here from Tien. Luckily it didn't do too much. My first run through, I really wasn't sure what to expect either because this is a completely new event, and it definitely is tougher. The first several bosses, though, I was under the impression it was going to be much easier, but it does get a little harder along the way. So Tien was an easy clear as well. And I do think it's pretty cool that once they transform, we kind of keep that throughout the fight as well, which is pretty nice. So we had Gogeta Blue transform there. And then we have Piccolo here, so I believe with Piccolo, he's immune to stunning and to super attacks being sealed. It starts with Tien. Tien's immune to super attack sealing as well, and so each boss after, starting with Tien, they will gradually gain different benefits like being immune to stun and such. I mean, it's needless to say, Ultra Instinct Goku really helped me out in this event. So super attack again for Piccolo. Luckily, he was able to tank that decently, not too much damage. Now, I was really trying to recover HP with Ki whenever I was able to, so I wouldn't have to use an item. And Vegeta Blue was definitely helpful during this as well. And then, like I said, the additional attacks from Tech Vegeta Blue and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta really helped me out in clearing some of these fights. So Piccolo was still, again, a fairly easy clear there. Now we're getting into Vegeta. So we have Super Vegeta. He is immune to stunning. He's immune to attack lowering, so you can't lower his attack. And then he's immune to super attacks being sealed as well. So I knew at this point it was going to start getting a little tougher. So again, I was trying to watch my rotations. Like we have a super attack here on Goku. It's definitely hitting a bit harder at this point. And luckily, he's still doing a good bit of damage here too. And then Jiren does quite a bit of damage too. My first run through, he was taking damage when he was getting hit, so I tried to place him in areas where I didn't think he'd get supered on, if possible. And then we have Ultra Instinct Goku transforming here as well, which is definitely nice. Like I said, they kind of keep that throughout the fight. So I think here I was trying to debate where the super attack was going to come in at. So I kept Ultra Instinct Goku there, and I didn't want to use an item yet at this point. So I was just kind of hoping I didn't get hit too hard. And most of the super attacks up until this point were hitting for like around 180,000 or so. And for my first run through, that's about what I was getting until like midway. So I was pretty sure that if I got hit, it wasn't going to kill me. The only thing is I really wanted to save the Dokkan mode there, but in Ultra Instinct Goku, his evasion or dodge helped out so much. And then we had Gogeta Blue coming in with the damage, and his evasions help as well. I mean, he does evade too. My first run through, he was getting hit a bit more, so I just kept Ultra Instinct Goku in spots where there was going to be damage as much as possible. I really didn't want Dokkan mode here though, but it was kind of hard to avoid, so it's kind of a waste of a Dokkan mode during this event, to be honest. Gosh, I really wish I could have saved this because it would have been nice going into the next fight with them. But so he easily finished him off here. So next we go into Super Trunks. So Super Trunks, he is immune to stunning, immune to attack lowering, and immune to super attack sealing, just like Vegeta. Figures, I mean, like father, like son. Super physical type. So with this one, obviously I kept Goku here because I was pretty sure if there was going to be attack, it would be there. Like I said, those evasions kicked in a lot, which I was really happy about. I was disappointed too because my first run through was really nice. I just died with like 2 or 3 health bars left on the last one, which sucked so bad because that would have been a great recording. But this run through, I was glad I was at least able to complete it this time. And this is the only team I've tried so far, so I may try it with some other teams as well. We have Jiren coming in with his attack here. Luckily, no super attack there. So here I was kind of debating who to put in front of the attack. So I was thinking like, I just capped Gogeta Blue there that time. And we have his super attack here. Did quite a bit of damage, and additional was nice, kicked in there. What sucked is super attack did happen, and he didn't evade, so I instantly regretted not putting Ultra Instinct Goku there. I had that moment of hesitation where I was going to switch them, and then I was like, no, it's fine. But then, like I said, Gogeta Blue's evasion didn't kick in, and I was so disappointed, because at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I have items. I'm going to have to start using them soon. Because the bosses from here on out are going to be hitting much harder. So I was still good at this point as far as HP. But it would have been nice if that attack had been evaded. It would have really saved me a bit of HP there. Overall, Super Trunks wasn't too hard though. So we have a super attack from Ultra Instinct Goku here. I did quite a bit of damage, but then I got hit and my HP started going down. I was like, oh no. Because they're hitting significantly harder through the later phases. So getting down to like 210,000 it's easy to get killed with that. Because I was really trying to watch it at this point. Luckily, Typhloshinobi Blue finished Trunks off there. So we're going into it, we have 3 bosses left. So we're getting into one of the most frustrating parts of this was friggin' instant transmission Super Saiyan Goku here. So he has, he's immune to stuns. He is immune to attack lowering. He is immune to super attack ceiling. And he can evade attacks. And that attack evasion, when he evades, it is so annoying. I was having flashbacks to fights like Hirudegarn and such. And it was really frustrating, but I knew here I had to use an item, so I used Bulma because she also raises attack, I believe, but I decided to go ahead and use one here. We really have to ration it since we only have 2 item slots, so I really had to think carefully about when to use them, and at some points it's just kind of luck too. So he had a super attack and it hit! Ultra Instinct Goku did not evade. I was so disappointed there as well, because it's like I just healed up with an item and then I just got smacked again. And the health bars are going up significantly at this point. I'm already halfway down again. I'm pretty much back to where I was right before I used the item. So I was like pissed at this point. It's so frustrating. I feel like I just wasted the item almost. I mean, I guess I would have been dead if I hadn't used it. So it's a good thing I did, but this was easily the most frustrating part of this and the last boss. But those evasions just kill me. They just kick in when you don't want them to. It's just wasted super attacks and such. So obviously I needed to use another item again. I used a Sense Beam because I was pretty sure that he was going to hit and kill me if I didn't. And then I was kind of hesitant where to keep everybody at this point. I figured if there was a super attack though, it might be earlier on. So I kept Ultra Instinct Goku up front and Toppo in the middle because I was hoping he would be least likely to get hit there with any like super attacks or anything. So pretty much at this point, the last 3 bosses, you're really just working down those health bars and trying to stay alive. At least in my case, this was what I was doing. That was pretty much the main strategy I was working with here, just trying not to die and trying not to get hit too hard. It really is stressful though when you know you have to ration your items and you see your HP bar slowly going down throughout these and you're just really watching it. Like I was fixated on it at times. So we come back around. My other Ultra Instinct Goku hasn't transformed yet, so I still have that. I put him up front to hopefully evade all this. And then I have Gogeta Blue right after, and then I have Tech Vegito Blue at the end so that hopefully he won't get supered on. So we're getting closer to them. Luckily we're getting some hits in, but then I get hit pretty hard again, which is, again, so frustrating. So it's funny, my first run through, I used up my items way too fast. And then this run through, I was really conserving them, and then I had to use them so quickly, so I was getting nervous because I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to run out of items. And my goal was to save as much as possible for the end. But as you can see, pretty much any hits could take me out at this point, so I used another item here. I used a Senzu Bean because I wanted to wait to use Bulma since she raises attack again. Alright, so we have Ultra Instinct Goku here again. Luckily he finishes him off. Goku didn't evade it, thank God. So we finished that and we have 2 bosses left. So this one we're getting into the Strength Super Saiyan Youth Gohan. He is immune to stunning, he is immune to attack lowering, and he's immune to super attacks being sealed. This one actually wasn't too bad. Out of the last 3 bosses, I feel like this one was not as bad. I still had to be careful though. I was just thankful to be done with Super Saiyan Goku at this point. Like I said, that was easily one of the most frustrating points in stage 1 of this Infinite Dragon Ball History story event. Or challenge event, rather. And then here, I tried to keep Ultra Instinct Goku and Gogeta Blue at areas where I thought there'd be most attacks here. We're already starting to work down his health bar, and there was a super attack here, which I thought might be coming up. And luckily he evaded, thank you, because these evasions really become crucial at this point. A lot of this was luck at times. Because if I'd been hit much more, I don't know if I would have survived throughout the entire thing. So when you're in these fights, sometimes, like, at least in my case, I'm really just praying that they evade these attacks and just watching for it. Like I said, it can be really stressful at times. We have Tech Vegeta Blue here coming in with the damage, and then Ultra Instinct Goku after him. And then the additional kicked in, which was nice here. So I was definitely thankful for that. So his additional attack did some more damage. Where, like I said, this one wasn't as bad with the last 3 bosses. So work the health bar down, luckily not taking too much damage. Then we had Jiren coming in here. Decent amount of damage there. And like I said, I was so fixated on my health bar from here on out. I was just really watching it because I know I have like 1 item left. That's it. And I was pretty much back at the same point that I was during my first run, even though I tried so hard to conserve them. And I kept Topo at the end so we wouldn't get hit here. And got supered on right away. And he didn't evade it. Ultra Instinct Goku didn't evade it. And at this point, I'm getting like really scared about completing this event in general. Luckily, he took that health bar way down, and then Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta with his amazing additional super attacks finished him off. He didn't even need additional. He hits pretty hard as it is, especially with a dupe there. So luckily, I cleared that. That also kind of saved me a bit. And I'm going into this last fight with 1 item and a very, very low health bar. So I had to use my item. Had to use my last Bulma here, and up against Super Saiyan 2 Youth Gohan, or Kid Gohan here. He is immune to stuns, he is immune to attack lowering, and then he's immune to super attack ceiling, just like several of the other bosses previously. But he's definitely not easy, and luckily I had a Dokkan mode going into this very early on. And Ultra Instinct Goku's transformed here, so definitely can rely on him for more evasions at this point. And I know he's going to do a pretty decent amount of damage with this Dokkan mode. And then we get Super Dawn, of course. And I was actually just kind of holding my breath at this point, and luckily he evaded it, thankfully. Because if I had been hit that early on, I don't know if I would have actually made it to the end. He evaded several of those attacks, which helped as well. And then I have Gogeta Blue following him up, which is nice. I was really wanting these guys to just hit as hard as possible now. I just wanted to get through this last part. Because I was getting very nervous, because my first run through, it was so close. It was like 2, maybe 3 bars left on Super Saiyan 2 Gohan there. And it got so close. So this one, I was really just watching it. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to clear it this time either. So we start this rotation, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution of Vegeta. He's not hitting as hard here. And then we have Ultra Instinct Goku, so a little more damage here. Slowly working down those health bars and then evading at times, which is helpful because even the regular attacks are starting to hit harder too. So here I was really torn where to put everybody. I put Topo in the middle because I'm like, okay, he's least likely to get supered on here. I'm trying to pick up Ki wherever I can to recover like a little bit of HP as I go. Now luckily those evasions kicked in again. So I was happy even evading those minor attacks because like I said, the regular attacks are still hitting hard enough that I gotta watch my health bar. I'm out of items at this point. Luckily Topo doesn't get supered on either, which I was very happy about. And then we have Gogeta Blue rounding out this rotation here. So luckily doing a decent amount of damage there. But my health bar, I'm a little less than half at this point. I'm slowly getting knocked down. So this was the really stressful part of all this. But then Ultra Instinct Goku transformed. I had the other one that had not transformed. So thankfully he transformed at this point. So I put him up front because we have all those attacks there. Pretty sure the super attack is going to be around there. And then just kind of put Type Vegeta Blue and then Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta at the end. Still trying to cover a little HP with the Ki. So I'm just hoping for as much damage as possible here. We get pretty decent damage. I'm just really hoping for no supers here either, because we're really low at this point. And it's like the last 2 health bars, so this is kind of the point where I was my first run through, so I really wasn't sure if I was going to finish this. Again, it was so stressful. My health bar is like very far down. The boss and I are really low at this point. So Ultra Instinct Goku comes in with his super attack here. And thankfully finished him off. I was so happy about this. So I got a critical for 1.7 million and luckily finished it. So finally completed stage 1. It took me 2 run-throughs with my Realm of Gods team. and a little bit of luck there with evasions and such really helped out. But overall, I do like the event. It's definitely a little challenging, at least for me in my case, someone who's still building my deck. But overall, I am pretty happy with it. I'm definitely looking forward to getting into part 2 as well. But I just wanted to share part 1 with you guys. If I did both in one video, it'd be pretty long. This video is already long as it is. So anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys, but you can let me know how your experience has went with stage 1, how quickly you were able to clear it. Obviously, I was definitely not going for time in this. I finished in like 24 minutes, 15 seconds, something like that. But I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, guys, we will hopefully be getting into part 2 very soon. I'll be sure to share that with you guys. And you can let people know your any tips and tricks that you have in the comments as well that might help others out. So if you haven't already, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.